Lisa Van Ness here, joined by Amy, our resident artist and hand lettering expert. And keep in mind that while this video is rolling, we do have customers, so there may be a little bit of background noise, and there could be employee noise as well.
Usually is.
There usually is. We're going to take our discussion this week a little bit further into reds, but we're going to really focus on fall reds. Just a few, because there's too many to discuss at one setting. And just keep in mind, we've already decided that before you quote down here below, we plan on doing blood reds. The discussion currently is dried versus fresh blood, or both. You can comment below so that we'll have an answer, because we want to do that before Halloween. We think that'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
We've already had a little bit of discussion among us as to the dried blood thing.
I can't decide if I like my blood fresh or dried. So that'll be our next video.
Well, it'll probably be October. We should probably do it in October.
Yeah.
But we won't get through the 400 million reds before then. We do have 1,718 colors, according to our website, and Chris was working. He counted again. So today's discussion is really going to focus on 5 inks. No, because I can't count, that is wrong. 6 inks. It'll be 2 KWZs and 4 Akkermans. And there's some really nice fall colors in this, and we're just going to take them apart. So we'll start with KWZ, and let me show you that the bottles come in nice little boxes like this. And the cover of it, the top of it is where you can see a swatch of the color. It won't be correct because the label has a different kind of finish than your typical paper. And so she's going to show you how it comes. So it has a plastic wrapping around it so that it's sealed safe, and it's made in Poland. So it comes a long way, and we want to make sure it's secure, or they do, because this is what they've done from the very beginning. They've changed their boxes up recently, so you may have a matte finish box, but now they're like a shiny. They've gone to a shiny. And these are 60 mils of ink, and I cannot remember how many colors they make, but it's a lot. We also have samples. I don't think I discussed that enough, but our samples are 4 mils, so you are able to fill the pen several times before you have to make a decision on buying the bottle ink. And
a memento.
Pause, please. Thank you. We offer sample vials in almost every brand and most every color, and they come as a 4 milliliter vial. You can use the drop-down menu and make a choice of a sample if you're not sure about an ink. And what we have that we're starting with the KWZ will be Cherry. So let's talk about KWZ Cherry. I think I already said it was made in Poland, but it's a really nice red. I mean, it's exactly what cherry should be.
Yeah.
They need a dark cherry too.
It's a good solid red. It's doesn't lean towards pink at all.
But it's not blue leaning either. It's exactly what cherry should be. And in an extra fine nib, it looks really nice. There's not much shading. There may be a little bit of shading, but it's really like a clean, even color. So sometimes you just want a clean, evenly saturated color, and that's what I would say this is. What kind of paper did you use?
Rhodia.
Okay. So this is the Rhodia 80-gram paper that she used in the white. And in the fine and medium and broad nibs, it's a little bit darker than it is in the extra fine. But it's just a nice even color for the people who are looking for that fall red. If you want a color that leans, I'm going to show y'all raspberry as well.
It's more purpley red, which I like.
It's kind of a fun color.
I call it like a Halloween red.
Oh, really?
Like a purple red, Halloween.
And I think raspberries, like, they named them correctly. Some of their inks I'm not sure about when they name them. But this one, these two, both, they got it right. The fruity colors, they got the fruity colors correct. and it does not set shade. It doesn't sheen. It's just right, really. And
it's a good purpley blue red.
It's raspberry.
Raspberry. Yeah.
And so, keeping in mind, you guys, that she was using the Bach nibs, and if you use a Japanese nib, you're going to get a different line out of this. But we really like to use the Bach because it is such a common middle of the road nib size.
And I can put them on my dip pen.
They fit nicely into a dip pen, which makes
It's all
them
about
handy.
convenience.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as many inks as you have to go through? Yes. So, we've talked about the KWZ, which we're fans of, and we've been carrying it. We had the exclusive rights to it for about 3 years, and now I think that most every retailer online is carrying it. But, we really worked with them in the beginning, and we grew to have a really great relationship with what is now a husband and wife, but he wasn't married at the time. He was in school whenever this process started. So, and we found them through Fountain Pen Network. I had somebody ask me if I could get this ink, and it was an unheard of in the U.S. brand. And so I communicated with them, and
that's cool. I didn't know that story.
Yes, it was kind of, that's how we got a lot of them. I would just but Fountain Pen Network is also how I found Bung Box, because somebody swore that First Love Sapphire was a replacement for Parker Penman Sapphire, and my friend Wendy and I did not believe them, so we ordered it, and then but we saw it on Fountain Pen Network. We thought, there's no way, and so we
was it a
ordered
match?
No, but it's a great color, and we ended up asking if we could sell their stuff, and they ended up saying yes. So that was through Fountain Pen Network as well. Akkerman Inks was not through Fountain Pen Network, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So Akkerman inks are gorgeous colors, and they did a great job of covering the rainbow, I think. Not just in reds, but in general. And so we're going to discuss 4 of the colors today, and this is their bottle, which is just amazing. So there's a marble. I should have grabbed an empty one. There's a marble up in the top, holds the ink up in this area right here, so you don't have waste. And you also have lots of beauty. It's a gorgeous way to display your ink. And it's great ink that we find medium saturation level, dries average as far as dry time goes. And it's consistent, and we don't find that it stains the pens. Or the sacks. In your vintage pens.
That's good to know. I did not know that.
We used to test it periodically. So, Akkerman is something we probably really don't talk about that much, but when it comes to reds, they've got it covered. So,
because their 4 reds are completely different shades of red.
So, you have like a purplish leaning red in the number 17, let's just butcher it, Stoughton General Rude, which would be red. Rude. I think it's Red.
Yeah.
Stoughton General Red. Or, as we like to call it, number 17.
And I wrote the English versions on it. Oh, except for that one.
Oh, that's right. So the General Red is, I would consider it like a blue-purple leaning red.
Definitely.
And really,
it's very similar to KWZ Raspberry.
We both looked at it at the same time. When we hear the sounds. This one has a little more pink to it, I think. Just a little. Not much, though. Especially in the writing. See how that writing? But it's great colors. And there's a price difference, too. So this one you're going to pay a little more for. So it's $28 for this amazing ink. And the bonus is the bottle. These KWZs are $15 for the bottle. So number 17 is a little bit on the purple blue leaning side, and then you have Garuda Red, which is Garuda Red, or number 18. It works best as number 18 for us. So if you call us up and you have questions, try to use the numbers because it works better. Since even after all these years, we still have trouble pronouncing them. And this will also probably end up in our collection of blood reds.
Yes.
Because this
dried blood.
This comes out like dried blood.
Dried blood red, yeah.
So number 18, and it is a dried blood red. And we like it. It's like I said, it's a quality red. It's really nice. It's got some brown in it, which is why it looks like dried blood. So it's a red brown, and it has maybe a smidge of shading. Not a ton though. I don't think it. And so the number 19, Red Hogs Produce.
I think it's Hague.
Red Hags. Well, Red Hags Pluche.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong one. I have no idea.
I know one thing. It's a good red.
It is.
I consider this to be a true red. I think it looks like blood that hasn't been dried.
Fresh blood?
It looks more like fresh blood.
Yeah.
But it's a true red. It's a nice red without leaning in the orangey or in the blue arena. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the cool.
And it's not got a pink undertone to it, I don't think either.
If it does, it's such a smidge that
it might be. Well,
that's true because we have it next to Chinatown Red.
Yeah.
Our next up is Chinatown Red, which we call number 21, and it is an orangey red. And depending on the nib size that you use, this color will definitely vary. Because look at this in the extra fine versus the broad. So it's an even toned color, just like the rest of these are. And it's got some orange in it. So we like this one a lot as well. What's your favorite out of these reds?
Out of the Ackermans, my favorite? It's so hard when someone asks you what your favorite is because they all have different purposes. Like, I love the General Red, number 17, because it's that Halloween-y, purpley blue red that I love. If you can't tell, I really love Halloween a lot. And then I also like the Chinatown Red a lot for just a really good red.
When it comes in, like in the medium nib, I think it looks like a nice true red. Even though this one is because this one's a little bit darker. So number 19 is a little bit darker. And that number 21, depending on the nib size you could use, will turn out as it looks like a true red versus an orangey red. Just depends on the nib that you use. It just changes it. And of course, this is still on Rhodia paper. And this is all done in Amy's awesome handwriting. And she's going to start working with us for some lettering challenges so that we can all improve our handwriting. Are you guys excited? Comment below if you'd like us to. We are open, and Mike is
excited. He said he's excited.
Can't believe you could hear him. So let's see. We've covered a little bit more in the way of the reds, and I think we've covered rubies before. So it's going to take us a little while to work through these, and what I think we've decided is that you can't stick with one color continuously, even though in the beginning that's what we thought. So we'll switch over and start discussing another color as yet undetermined. Or we may talk about
fall, like browns or...
Yes, something a little bit different, because it is hard to just continuously look at the same color all the time. And in the store, we get a lot of requests. The most common colors that people ask for are blues and reds. I think, don't you?
A lot of people wanted red.
Maybe
when we were doing
fall.
the blue blacks, a lot of people really requested red. So
That's
we went to the reds.
And now they'll want something else.
Yeah.
But we still have several hundred reds to cover. So what we'll do is probably rotate in and out of various colors. Just because it's hard to just continuously stare at the same colors in, various shades. And so...
And if I have any say, we'll do Halloween, like blacks.
Well, and I'm not opposed to that. Just shades of black.
Black or gray. See there.
I've got a gray fan. I mean, I'm
I
a gray.
I love gray too.
So, but I'm picky about my grays. So, you guys, back to our discussion. Typically sidetracked us. Two different kinds of inks were discussed today as far as the brands go. Akkerman, which we have carried for 8 or 9 years, probably 8 years, which is crazy. So, and that's a whole other discussion that I should really probably have with Sean, because the reason it went national is because Sean posted a picture of it in FPN, of all places, because he used to be a moderator. He was giving away free pens to kids, and in the background was this, and people started emailing us asking about this ink in the background, and we did not have a website at that time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And we had ordered it for the pen club locally, and I don't even think we had all the colors at the time. But
How long ago was that?
7 or 8 years.
Okay.
7 probably. It was, I can't remember if we had already moved here or not.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Mike is just saying yep. That's not helpful. I'm sorry, I should refer to it. Sean Newton is the one that, it was in the background of one of his blog pictures. And like I said, we didn't even have a website. We were just like doing PayPals. And that was when people started asking me to do pen shows too. So, not
now
me.
it's
They
very
asked Mike,
popular.
actually. Huh?
The Akkerman people love it.
Isn't it crazy how it's still popular? Like, all this time you'd think everybody would have had enough, and they haven't, because there's a reason. You know, it's not a fad. It's a good ink. It's a cool bottle, but it's a really good ink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all. We have
Come to the end.
we have talked enough. I bet y'all are sick of hearing us talk about red inks and Akkerman, huh? If you want to hear us talk about something else, just comment below. We have already said we're going to cover some Halloween stuff, and we'll cover some fall things. It's not fall here in Arkansas, but that doesn't mean it's fall elsewhere. So tell us where you're located and if fall has hit your area too, because I wonder when fall hits in other places. It won't hit here until middle to end of October. So.
I always tell people mid-November when the leaves change, because
It's so my
still could
birthday's
be
at the end of
90.
October, and it's some years I'm in shorts and some years we're in coats.
you never know.
But like my daughters are both in Texas, so it definitely hits them in November. Anyway, so comment below if you're in another area and you're starting to get fall weather. I don't know who's getting fall weather, but anyway, we'll discuss the fall colors, and if you have a particular idea, just comment below. I keep saying comment below. You can follow us. In the corner, there's like a little thing to click on, and you can keep up with all of our rambling, our southern ramblings. And what else do I always forget? You can find us on Instagram. It's just Vanessa. Amy is all about that ink. About that ink.
About that ink
It's
on
about that
Instagram.
ink. Oh, about that ink. About that. Okay. So, about that ink is Amy, and Just Vanessa is the store, Vanessa. Or you can come to Little Rock and hang out with us at 11610 Pleasant Ridge Road, and we're in Suite 106. You can't miss us. And the store is open as I'm saying goodbye to you guys. Bye.
Vanessa.